Hey, it's Daniel. Happy Friday night. I hope you've had a great week. Well, tomorrow morning I'm going to be bright and early up at Wells Branch Public Library doing a science show, and that pretty much kicks off my 2019 summer tour of science for the Central Texas Library Association. I've been doing this about 4 years, and I've visited libraries all over the state. In June and July of this year, I'll be at the edge of like Oklahoma, above the Dallas area, all the way down south and around Central Texas, visiting quite a few amazing libraries. And libraries have always treated me well. They're not the old-fashioned shh, don't talk. You know, these guys are bringing in African cultural drummers and cool build-it stuff, and they're bringing in science guys that like to blow stuff up. And that's where I come in. So today was kind of a rare day off, and unfortunately I spend most of my days off not out at the lake or, you know, I don't know, things like that. It's more maybe a couple hours of Minecraft, and then, you know, then it comes down to like building and repairing stuff for my science shows, and it's always something to repair. So today I had 3 projects that I really wanted to get done, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of what they are, and I hope you find these interesting. So many of you will remember, but for the last 6 years, I've always included a Graaff generator in my science shows. Now, this is the device that has a big silver ball and a clear column with a belt. If you stand on an insulated platform, put your hand on the ball, your hair will stand up on end. And the one that I've been using is an antique. And it's once upon a time was on display at the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry. And sadly, last year I had to retire it. I didn't want to, but I had to. The lucite column, which looks just like this right here with the belt inside of it, has just hundreds of little micro cracks just from age and time. And the idea of a piece of history breaking on my clock, on my watch while I'm at a science show, I can't let that happen. So it was time to retire it. Now, I was very, very blessed and amazed to be able to replace it with an electrostatic system that I never thought in my wildest dreams I would own. It's the very same one that MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that they use in their physics courses in their electrostatic labs. And this is it right here. It's a Winsco, it's an N100-V Electrostatic Generator. And this is the very same model. I am super stoked. Now here it is laying on its side. It's undergoing some repairs and mods right now. There's the big toroid ball. Not necessarily a toroid, but it's a big insulated ball. And that's where electrons go. And here's your belt. Now the column on this one is in very good shape. And then down here we have the belly of the beast all opened up. So what I've been wanting to do to this guy for a really long time, it's very humid in Texas, and humidity is the enemy of these type of machines. So your hair won't stand up on end if it's humid. So I've been wanting to add a heat source to the inside of this, and there are some lesser known Graaff generators that have like a light bulb inside of them, but these guys don't. They generally have not needed it, but this is Texas. So, by the way, this is a $700 unit just by itself. That's $700 right there. Now, I was able to get an entire system, including this, another big electrode, and all kinds of great electrostatic accessories for less than that. I just couldn't have dreamed in my wildest dreams that would happen, but I went ahead and decided I'm going to go ahead and do some modifications on this. And that's scary because I feel like I'm touching up the Mona Lisa. And if you're going to touch up the Mona Lisa, you better own the Mona Lisa. And I do. So here we are. Let's take a quick tour. Here's the motor, and down here is the rheostat speed control. That's basically a long, about 200 feet of wire or so, and this is just a variable resistor. Over here we have a fixed resistor. It's a wire wound resistor. It's more of like a ballast, a current limiting ballast. Provides a little bit of heat in here as well. And then here we have the main power switch, and there's the rheostat from out front. Turn that all the way down there. All right, and this is what I've added to help provide some heat. This bulb right there. This is a 15-watt bulb. Doesn't need to be much more than that. I don't want to cook the insides or melt anything. I just want to provide some ambient heat to help dry the inside out. Now this is a Candelabra fixture that I have modified quite a bit. So this did not used to be able to swivel, and now it does because I used one of my tools of the trade. By the way, here's all the tools of the trade required for these projects today, right there. The Mickey, that was not required, but you know, why not? You need a Mickey nearby. So I drilled a hole in this back panel here and attached it to an existing ground screw. I didn't have to modify this at all. And I redid all the wiring up on top. So all these connectors, all this stuff this is all new wiring. This is the original wiring right here. And this is plugged in, by the way, so I've got to be kind of careful I don't get shocked by it. It's actually right there. So let's go ahead and power this guy on and I'll show you how this works. All right, so here's the master switch. And right off the bat, nothing happens. I'm gonna go ahead and get the motor started and we'll watch that belt start turning. Now, this is kind of fun. If I take a receipt, excuse me, and I kind of balance it on my fingers nearby, the toroid, it'll levitate right there. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so here's the heat source. We're gonna go ahead and power this on in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Now, by the way, this is the only cut that I made to the actual enclosure that you can see from the top. And this is a vintage light switch. I've wanted to use this for a really long time, and I finally found a spot that I'm honored to be able to use it. So there's my power switch. Now, the master switch turns all of this off at once. So I can control this entire device with the master switch, if I can get that to focus. Okay, but I can also turn the motor off and control it that way. With the power switch off, that's off. So that's how I've wired and designed that. Now, I'm really hoping that this helps me quite a bit, and I have a feeling it will. All right, so modification number 2. Here's the base. If you look right here, you'll see these are the original handles. And I have taken them from the outside and flipped them over to the inside. Now, you would say, Daniel, why on earth did you put the handles on the inside of the machine? Here's why. I've been wanting to do this mod for quite a while. I have replaced those handles with a set of vintage ceramic glass handles. And there they are. And I just absolutely love this mod. So, yeah, Mona Lisa, whatever. I did a nose job on Mona Lisa. All right, so here's the base. We're gonna go ahead and set this on here and get that all set. There we go. And there we are, folks. This is mod version 2.0 of my Van de Graaff Electrostatic Generator. And isn't she a beauty? I don't know if she's a she or not. Well, there's this thing. What does that mean? I don't know. But anyway, there we are. There's my mod. All right, we're gonna give it a quick test right now and just see what it kind of looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and power this guy on. And we're gonna go ahead and add the light now. There we go. That looks cool. I'm gonna turn the lights off in a minute and see what that looks like. Let's let it build up a good little charge here. All right, let's try it now. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's about 200,000 volts. Nice. One more try. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, let's flip the lights off and see what it looks like. Okay, the lights are off. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this guy on. Oh man. Oh, that's wicked cool if I do say so myself, and I do. Oh yeah. Other than my belt trying to self-destruct, that is super cool. It's an arc generator inside there. Oh man, it's so great. All right, sweet. All right, with just a moment left here, here's my third project of the day. So I have a YouTube video right now. If you go watch it, it's a geyser in my kitchen. And basically I took some dry ice after a show, shoved it into my garbage disposal, added some hot water and turned it on. And I had an instant mushroom cloud, 6 feet tall of sublimated carbon dioxide gas and water vapor. I've been wanting to add a garbage disposal to my science shows for a really long time. And I now have one. Thank you to my brother, Jamie Bennis, right here. He donated this guy right here to the shows, to the cause. So what we have, this is normally the drain pipe. You would turn this downward and the food waste and water would go down. Well, I've turned it upward and I've added a rubber stopper. Now, I've already demonstrated this right here at Central Texas College a couple weeks ago, and it shot a geyser about 8 feet into the air that hit the ceiling of the lecture hall. I was just blown away by it. All right, hey, it's Daniel, and this is a brand new garbage disposal that my brother sent me, and it's kind of funny because we have a garbage disposal sitting above a garbage disposal. So I guess if I put this one over this, would it be like a garbage disposal centipede. Ugh, I don't know. Anyway, so this is all set up with a little tube right here. I've got that covered over. I did a test a minute ago. I had this open and I ran it dry, and it just didn't work. I had driest vapor come out about 6 inches, and that was it. Now I've got some water inside here, trapped inside the garbage disposal. Got some dry ice inside there. I've got a foot switch here, and it controls it. And here we go. Here's our first live test with dry ice and water. And this I could be doing this on stage. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. And I can do it again and again. Oh my God, that's perfect. Oh my God, I get a couple of uses out of it, and then it just sits there and does that. That's awesome. But I think we could do better. So here's what I have in mind. All right, let's take a look at what we're gonna do. We have this reducer right here. By the way, that reducer, the wall of that used to be about that thick. That was about 40 minutes on a belt sander shaping that, and that's gonna go right there. Then we have this reducer that's gonna go right there. Then we have this 3-way valve, and this guy, we're gonna go ahead and reduce it down in 3 different ways there. And there we go. All right, so now we have a 3-way reduction. Then we're gonna take this extension tube and we're gonna put it right there. And then last but not least, this guy's gonna go right there. Now, I don't know 100% for sure, but I can pretty much bet that this has never been done at all before. This may be the first time that a garbage disposal has been used on stage in a science show with this particular setup. So I love doing new things, and this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it tomorrow morning. So that's pretty much it. There's my mods. There's what I've been working on. Mickey agrees. It's been a productive day. All right, guys, I'll let you go. It's been a long evening, and I still have a lot of packing to do and get ready for my show. So have a great weekend. Don't forget to science all the things, because I've been doing it. All right. Have a great night. Science out. Goodbye. Oh, it's still out of charge.